Did you know that by the time you reach 80, the average person can lose up to 50% of their muscle mass compared to their younger years? This severe muscle loss is called sarcopenia, affecting over 50 million seniors worldwide, silently stripping away the independence of millions every year. In fact, more than 300,000 seniors are hospitalized annually due to falls directly linked to muscle weakness. Surprisingly recent scientific studies from the Journal of Physiology have shown that this muscle loss is not inevitable. While most 70-year-olds struggle to climb stairs or get up from a chair without assistance, there exists a remarkable group of seniors. These individuals maintain muscle strength, physical function, and even a toned physique similar to someone decades younger. They are called superagers, people who not only live healthily, but outperform those half their age in strength tests. They continue to hike mountains, play sports, and enjoy independent lives well into their 90s. So what's their secret? Scientists at the Mayo Clinic have uncovered specific habits that slow down and even reverse age-related muscle loss. Notably, these are habits that 93% of seniors have never even heard of. The most important habit discovered by researchers at Harvard Medical School can help restore lost muscle even if you're already in your 70s or 80s. What's truly remarkable is that this is a method that most doctors don't even mention to their elderly patients. In fact, many doctors still give advice that directly contradicts what modern science proves is necessary to maintain muscle strength in old age. Stay with us until the end of the video, because the number one habit we're about to share could very well be the thing you are doing wrong every day. It's a common mistake that triggers muscle degeneration. By simply changing this habit, you can make a huge difference, either maintaining your independence or becoming dependent on others in your later years. Before we begin, let us know where you're watching this video from in the comments, and don't forget to hit like on this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on valuable health information. If you are looking for a detailed schedule to kickstart your journey to strength restoration, download the weekly routine plan for seniors, which includes daily meal plans, complete nutrition, anti-inflammatory and muscle protecting, gentle exercise, regimens designed to improve flexibility and strength without overwhelming your body, healthcare tips, simple yet effective strategies to keep you healthy and confident in your daily life. To receive this guide, click the link in the description or comment with the keyword routine plan. We will send it to you right away. Now, without making you wait any longer, let's get started with habit number 7. Hormetic stressors. Beneficial stress for health. One of the surprising secrets that help people over 80 maintain extraordinary muscle strength. They regularly create small amounts of controlled stress for their bodies, something many people believe to be harmful, but in reality, it brings astonishing benefits. Scientists call this hormetic stressors. Hormesis is a concept that describes health benefits gained when the body is exposed to small doses of factors that at high levels would be harmful. In other words, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, especially when it comes to muscle. According to a study from Harvard School of Public Health, short-term exposure to controlled stress can trigger cellular defense mechanisms, improving muscle function and growth even in old age. The first hormetic factor that superagers apply is temperature changes. Exposing the body to sudden temperature shifts, like ending a shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water or taking brief ice baths, has been shown to offer tremendous muscle benefits. When exposed to the cold, the body activates brown fat, a special type of fat that burns energy to keep the body warm. Not only that, but this activation also promotes mitochondrial renewal, making muscle cells stronger and more resilient. Additionally, the hormone adiponectin is released, protecting muscles from degeneration. Similarly, exposure to high temperatures through sauna or hot baths activates heat shock proteins, HSPs. These proteins repair damaged muscle cells and prevent protein breakdown. A study from the American Heart Association found that people who use a sauna 3 to 5 times a week significantly reduce muscle loss and improve blood circulation. To get started in the first week, try ending your showers with 15 seconds of cold water and use the sauna once. In the second week, increase it to 30 seconds of cold water and sauna twice. After about a month, you can maintain 60 seconds of cold water and use the sauna 3 times a week. However, if you have a history of heart disease or high blood pressure, consult your doctor before starting, and always listen to your body to avoid overexertion or shock. The second hormetic factor is intermittent fasting. This simple method limits eating to about 8 to 10 hours each day. For example, if you start breakfast at 8 a.m., you should finish dinner before 6 p.m. By limiting eating times, the body has enough time to activate autophagy, a process that eliminates damaged cells, promotes regeneration, and cleanses cellular waste. Additionally, intermittent fasting improves mitochondrial function, optimizing energy production for muscles. According to a report from the National Institute on Aging, this method improves muscle quality and reduces disease risks in seniors. To begin in the first week, eat within a 12-hour window, for example, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. In the second week, narrow it down to 10 hours from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. After 3 weeks, if your health is stable, you can limit eating to just 8 hours. However, for those with a history of diabetes, low blood pressure, or eating disorders, it's important to consult a doctor before trying it. If you experience dizziness or low blood sugar, stop immediately and have a light snack to recover. The final hormetic factor is short-term intense muscle contraction, also known as overcoming isometrics. This method is simple yet incredibly effective. Just push or pull against a fixed object like a wall table or chair with maximum force for about 5 to 10 seconds. Although there is no movement, the intense muscle contraction sends strong activation signals to muscle cells, helping maintain size and function without stressing the joints. Moreover, this exercise triggers longevity genes like SIRT1 and FOXO3, helping preserve muscle tissue during aging. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, seniors who practice overcoming isometrics 3 times a week can increase muscle strength by up to 15% in just 8 weeks. To start during the first week, practice 3 times a week for 5 seconds each. In the second week, increase to 4 times a week and extend the contraction to 7 seconds. After 1 month, if you feel stable, you can practice 5 times a week for 10 seconds each session. For those with joint problems, practice gently and listen to your body to avoid injury. Hormetic stressors are simple yet powerful methods to maintain muscle health and body resilience as you age. By exposing your body to controlled stress, it not only becomes stronger, but also extends longevity and preserves health naturally. Habit number 6. Optimizing vitamin D. Did you know that over 80% of seniors are deficient in the vitamin that scientists call the muscle vitamin? Vitamin D deficiency has become a widespread issue, silently weakening the muscle strength of millions of people worldwide. This vitamin is not only good for bones, but is also a crucial key to protecting and developing muscle tissue. This can be explained by a unique biological mechanism. The muscle cells in our bodies have special receptors for vitamin D. When these receptors are activated, they initiate pathways that enhance protein synthesis and preserve muscle tissue. A study from the National Institutes of Health (NIH) shows that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels have 25% more muscle strength than those who are deficient. Not only that, but they also have better balance, smoother motor coordination, and quicker reflexes, all crucial factors in preventing falls. The superagers, those who maintain strength and resilience well into their 80s, all keep their vitamin D levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter. Meanwhile, the majority of older adults have levels below 20 nanograms per milliliter, which is considered severely deficient. This gap greatly affects the quality of life, especially mobility and injury prevention in old age. So, how do we optimize the necessary amount of vitamin D for the body? Sun exposure is the simplest and most natural way to synthesize vitamin D. However, as we age, the skin's ability to produce vitamin D decreases by up to 50% compared to when we were younger. This means seniors need to supplement through diet and nutritional products. Vitamin D-rich foods like salmon mackerel, egg yolks, and vitamin D-fortified milk are all excellent sources. Additionally, Direct sun exposure for about 15 to 20 minutes at noon also helps the body absorb vitamin D more effectively. However, regular food intake alone is often not enough to meet the body's needs. According to research from the Mayo Clinic, older adults need to supplement around 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily to achieve optimal levels. However, this dosage should be adjusted based on blood test results to ensure safety and effectiveness. One very important point that is often overlooked is the combination of vitamin D with vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 helps direct calcium into the bones instead of accumulating in the arteries. If you supplement high doses of vitamin D without enough vitamin K2, your body is at risk of arterial calcification, which can be dangerous for heart health. Vitamin K2 is found in fermented foods like natto cheese and animal products. This is a mandatory combination if you want to optimize bone and muscle health without harming your circulatory system. Additionally, there are some important considerations for seniors. For those with underlying health conditions like kidney disease, heart disease, or calcium metabolism disorders, high doses of vitamin D need to be medically supervised. High doses of vitamin D can increase calcium absorption into the blood, and if the body doesn't metabolize it well, this excess calcium can deposit in internal organs or cause kidney stones. According to the American Heart Association, AHA, those with heart conditions or kidney disease should consult their doctor before taking high doses of vitamin D to avoid the risk of complications. Moreover, regular blood tests are essential to monitor vitamin D levels in the body. The ideal recommended range is 40-60 nanograms per milliliter, which is the level that superagers maintain to protect muscle strength and mobility. Optimizing vitamin D not only helps improve muscle strength, but also protects cardiovascular health, enhances balance, and reduces the risk of falls. With the right nutrition, proper supplementation, and a healthy lifestyle, seniors can absolutely maintain strength and live independently for longer. Focusing on vitamin D is the first step toward protecting muscle, preventing injuries, and sustaining an independent life as age progresses. Make sure to get regular health checkups, supplement the right amount, and combine it with vitamin K2 to ensure your body receives the very best for long-lasting health. Habit number 5. Taking specific vitamins daily. When thinking about nutrition, most people focus on macronutrients like protein, carbohydrates, and fats. However, superagers, older adults who maintain exceptional muscle strength pay meticulous attention to specific micronutrients that directly support muscle function and protein synthesis. These micronutrients act like activators, allowing the body to fully utilize the protein consumed and optimize the benefits of exercise. Without them, even with a high-protein diet or regular exercise, muscle can still weaken over time. One of the most important micronutrients is creatine. Typically known as a supplement for athletes, research from the National Institute on Aging (NIA) has shown that creatine supplementation in older adults can help increase muscle mass, improve strength, and even support cognitive function. The recommended dosage is 3 to 5 grams per day to enhance energy production in muscles and promote cell hydration, creating an ideal environment for growth. For optimal absorption, it's best to take creatine in the morning or after exercise paired with a meal containing carbohydrates. While creatine is safe for most people, those with a history of kidney disease or high blood pressure should consult their doctor before use. It's also crucial to drink plenty of water when taking creatine to avoid muscle strain or digestive discomfort. Next is magnesium, a mineral researchers at the Harvard School of Public Health call the forgotten electrolyte for muscle health. Over 70% of older adults are magnesium deficient, despite it being necessary for over 300 enzymatic reactions related to muscle function, energy metabolism, and the nervous system. A 2022 study, published in the American Journal of Geriatric Medicine, found that seniors with optimal magnesium levels had 30% stronger grip strength and significantly better mobility than those with even mild deficiencies. Magnesium is abundant in foods like dark leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and dark chocolate. Additionally, superagers often supplement with highly absorbable forms of magnesium, such as magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate. A critical note to remember is that high doses of magnesium can cause diarrhea or digestive issues. People with kidney disease or those taking diuretics should consult their doctor before supplementing magnesium to avoid unwanted complications. Another essential micronutrient is methylated B12 methylcobalamin. As we age, the body's ability to absorb vitamin B12 from food decreases due to reduced stomach acid. Moreover, commonly prescribed medications like metformin for diabetes or PPI proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux deplete B12 stores in the body. B12 plays a crucial role in energy production for muscles and nervous system function, helping seniors maintain flexibility and muscle strength. The recommended schedule for supplementation is as follows. Week 1, 500 mcg per day taken in the morning. Week 2, 1000 mcg per day taken after breakfast. Week 3, onwards 1500 mcg per day if you experience fatigue or muscle weakness. However, it's important to note that people with pernicious anemia or those taking diabetes medications should have regular blood tests to monitor B12 levels and avoid long-term deficiency. Finally, we cannot overlook important trace minerals like zinc, selenium, and chromium. These minerals optimize protein synthesis and insulin sensitivity, enabling the body to efficiently distribute nutrients to muscles. According to a report from Tufts University, older adults with optimal levels of these minerals maintained 22% more muscle mass over 5 years compared to those who were deficient. The recommended daily intake is zinc 10 to 15 milligrams per day taken after breakfast, selenium 50-70 mcg per day with a main meal, chromium 200 mcg per day taken after a carbohydrate-containing meal. It is important to mention that overdosing on these minerals can lead to electrolyte imbalances and affect kidney function. Seniors should regularly monitor their micronutrient levels through blood tests to avoid excessive or deficient levels. Rather than relying solely on multivitamins, superagers focus on regular micronutrient checks to determine exactly what their bodies are lacking. This method helps to optimize muscle strength, boost energy, and improve overall health without wasting resources on unnecessary nutrients. Properly supplementing with the right micronutrients not only strengthens muscles, but also extends longevity and enhances the quality of life for older adults. Following the right schedule and having regular health checkups will help you maintain sustainable strength over time. Habit number 4. Strategic protein timing. Most older adults focus on eating enough protein each day without realizing that the timing of protein consumption is the key factor in maintaining muscle health. As we age, the body's ability to absorb and metabolize protein gradually decreases, a phenomenon that nutrition experts call anabolic resistance. This means that even if you eat a lot of protein, your body may not be able to effectively use it to build and repair muscle. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that seniors need to strategically distribute protein intake throughout the day, rather than concentrating it all in one main meal, as many people tend to do. In fact, your muscles have a window of opportunity for protein synthesis that lasts about 3 to 4 hours after each meal. If you load up on protein only at dinner, you miss out on crucial times to build muscle in the morning and afternoon, when absorption is still strong. The most effective method is to spread high-quality protein evenly across 3 main meals throughout the day. Each meal should contain around 25 to 30 grams of protein to optimize muscle protein synthesis. This means breakfast shouldn't just be toast or cereal. It should also include protein sources like eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. Lunch and dinner should continue with lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, or plant-based proteins like lentils or quinoa, for those who prefer vegetarian options. A 12-week study by Harvard Medical School showed that seniors who applied this protein distribution method gained an average of 1.2 pounds of muscle even without changing any other aspect of their lifestyle. Simply altering the timing of protein intake stimulated muscle synthesis by 25% more than the traditional approach of eating most protein at one meal. To make it easier to follow, the recommended strategic protein intake schedule is as follows. During the first week, start with 15 grams of protein at breakfast, like 1 egg and a cup of Greek yogurt. Lunch should include 20 grams of protein from 100 g of chicken breast or salmon, and dinner should have 25 grams of protein from lean meat or fish. In the second week, increase to 20 grams of protein at breakfast with 2 eggs and a glass of unsweetened milk. Lunch remains the same, while dinner can include 30 grams of protein from beef or lentils. From the third week onward, maintain 25 to 30 grams of protein for each meal, adding in green vegetables and whole grains to optimize nutrient absorption. While increasing protein, older adults need to be mindful of their health conditions, especially those with kidney problems. When protein is metabolized, it produces urea, a byproduct that needs to be filtered out by the kidneys. For those with a history of kidney disease or chronic kidney conditions, consuming too much protein can put a strain on kidney function and accelerate health decline. Seniors with these issues should have their kidney function checked regularly before switching to a high-protein diet and should consult a specialist for proper guidance. It's not only those with kidney problems who need caution. People with gout should also be careful. Protein, particularly from red meat and seafood, is high in purines, compounds that break down into uric acid, increasing the risk of joint pain and acute gout attacks. People with gout should prioritize low purine protein sources like whitefish, eggs, dairy, and tofu. To make it easy to visualize and apply, here is an example of a daily meal structure: breakfast with 2 boiled eggs, a glass of unsweetened milk, and a slice of whole grain toast. Lunch with 100 grams of grilled salmon or chicken breast with leafy greens like kale or broccoli and a bowl of brown rice for extra fiber. Dinner with 100 grams of lean beef or lentils paired with a mixed salad and steamed sweet potatoes. This is a well-structured way to help your body absorb protein efficiently without overloading your digestive system. Strategic protein timing is a small change that yields significant results in maintaining muscle strength as you age. It's not just about eating enough protein, it's about eating it at the right time and in the right amounts to optimize muscle development and prevent muscle degradation. With a clear plan, detailed risk warnings, and practical examples, seniors can easily integrate this strategy into their daily lives safely and effectively. Habit number 3. Protecting neuromuscular junctions. When it comes to muscle loss in older adults, most people think about the decline of muscle fibers. However, an often overlooked but equally important factor is the weakening of the connections between nerves and muscles. These connections are called neuromuscular junctions. They are the bridges that allow the brain to send signals to the muscles directing everyday movements. When these junctions weaken, the signal from the brain to the muscles gets disrupted, causing the body to respond more slowly and making it easier to lose balance, even if you exercise regularly or eat enough protein. Research from the National Institute on Aging (NIA) found that older adults who maintain exceptional strength, known as superagers, have very well-preserved neuromuscular junctions. This difference helps them maintain flexible movement, muscle strength, and fewer balance issues. Even more impressive, scientists have discovered special methods to maintain and even restore these critical connections even as age advances. One of the most effective methods is engaging in activities that require precise and coordinated movements. Unlike traditional strength exercises, activities like Tai Chi, dancing, tennis, or ping pong are not just about muscle movement. They actively stimulate the interaction between the brain and the nervous system. When playing tennis or ping pong, your eyes have to track the ball, your hands have to adjust, and your feet need to move constantly, all working together to optimally activate neuromuscular junctions. A study by the American Council on Exercise (ACE) demonstrated that seniors who practice Tai Chi or dance 2 to 3 times a week showed significant improvements in balance reflexes and the sensitivity of their neuromuscular junctions. These exercises not only make the body more flexible, but also stimulate the brain to respond more quickly, reducing the risk of falls, one of the leading causes of serious injuries in older adults. To optimize the benefits, It's recommended to start with a reasonable, easy-to-follow exercise plan. In the first 2 weeks, practice Tai Chi or light dancing twice a week, about 30 minutes per session. As your body gets used to it, increase to 3 times a week in the following weeks. If you feel comfortable, you can add tennis or ping pong on weekends to further improve hand-eye coordination and reflexes. For beginners or those with movement difficulties, it's best to choose a spacious practice area. Avoid obstacles and have assistance if needed. However, for older adults with a history of balance disorders, Parkinson's disease, or neurological conditions, caution is necessary when performing these exercises. It's advisable to have supervision from a trainer or family member to ensure safety and avoid falls. If you struggle with balance, practice near a wall or use a chair for support while moving. These adjustments help you feel safer and more confident during exercise. Alongside exercise, boosting acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter that activates muscles, is also crucial. As we age, the body gradually reduces its ability to produce acetylcholine, leading to weaker neuromuscular connections. Superagers often consume foods rich in choline, like eggs, fish, and beans, or take supplements to optimize this process. This helps the brain communicate with muscles more efficiently, improving reflexes and precision in movement. They also apply a method called box breathing to activate the vagus nerve, which regulates neuromuscular communication. This simple yet effective technique involves inhaling for 4 seconds, holding the breath for 4 seconds, exhaling for 4 seconds, and holding again for 4 seconds. Practicing this for 5 minutes a day has been proven to improve neuromuscular activation by up to 15%, making the body more flexible and responsive. Protecting neuromuscular junctions not only helps older adults maintain muscle strength, but also improves mobility, reduces the risk of falls, and extends their independence in daily activities. It's not just about focusing on the muscles. Protecting these nerve connections is truly the key to healthy, resilient, and steady living in old age. Habit number 2. Managing daily inflammation. One of the most remarkable traits of healthy older adults who maintain exceptional muscle strength, often called superagers, is their incredibly low level of inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation, commonly known as inflammaging, is one of the main causes of muscle loss in seniors. It's a silent process, but triggers pathways that break down muscle proteins, causing muscles to degenerate faster than the body can rebuild them. Research from Johns Hopkins University found that inflammation also disrupts anabolic signals, the signals that help muscles grow after exercise or protein intake. When inflammation levels are too high, the body can't fully utilize nutrients from food or workouts, leading to rapid muscle loss. Another study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reported that seniors with the highest inflammation levels lost muscle mass 3 times faster than those with the lowest inflammation levels, no matter how well they ate or how regularly they exercised. Interestingly, the gut microbiome also plays a crucial role in this process. Researchers at the University of California, San Francisco UCSF discovered that age-related changes in the gut microbiota directly contribute to systemic inflammation. When beneficial bacteria decrease, harmful bacteria thrive, leading to widespread inflammatory responses. To restore balance, superagers consume a wide variety of fiber sources daily, aiming for more than 30 different plants each week. They also include fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut, natural sources of probiotics that help balance gut flora, improve gut health, and reduce inflammation. Superagers don't just focus on diet, they're also strategic about their exercise routines. They understand that physical activity is key to staying healthy, but overexercising can backfire. Harvard Medical School recommends that older adults exercise moderately and gently on most days of the week to boost metabolism without overstressing the immune system. Only short, high-intensity workouts about once or twice a week are included to promote muscle growth without increasing inflammation. The timing of exercise is also essential to maximize benefits and minimize inflammation. Seniors are advised to work out in the early morning or late afternoon when temperatures are cooler and the body is less stressed by the environment. This helps reduce strain on the cardiovascular system and limits inflammation caused by high temperatures. In addition to exercise and nutrition, Superagers consistently include natural anti-inflammatory compounds. The most notable ones include omega-3, a highly anti-inflammatory fatty acid, particularly beneficial for joints and muscles. The recommended dose is 2 to 3 grams per day from fatty fish like salmon mackerel or supplements. Curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric known for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. To enhance absorption, it's best paired with piperine found in black pepper. Polyphenols, powerful antioxidants found in berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. However, seniors should be cautious when taking high doses of omega-3 and curcumin, especially those on blood thinners or with bleeding disorders. Research from Cleveland Clinic shows that high doses of omega-3 can thin the blood and increase bleeding risk, particularly when combined with aspirin or warfarin. Similarly, excessive curcumin intake can inhibit platelet function and raise the risk of bleeding. It's important for older adults to consult their doctor to adjust dosages and avoid potential complications. Finally, to effectively manage inflammation, superagers regularly monitor their health through blood tests, measuring C-reactive protein, HSCRP, a key marker indicating inflammation levels in the body. An HSCRP level below 1.0 ml is considered optimal, while levels between 3.0 and 5.0 mg/L or higher indicate a risk of chronic inflammation. This test helps them detect inflammation early and make timely adjustments to their diet and exercise routine to protect muscle health. Managing daily inflammation is crucial for maintaining muscle strength and reducing the risk of weakness as age progresses. By combining a fiber-rich and probiotic diet, moderate and mindful exercise, safe anti-inflammatory supplementation, and regular health checkups, older adults can stay healthy and independent for the long run. Habit number 1. Progressive resistance training. We have arrived at the most important habit that sets apart 80-year-olds with exceptional strength from their peers. This is progressive resistance training, not just simple weightlifting or basic exercise, but what experts at Mayo Clinic call the most effective anti-aging medicine ever discovered. This method not only prevents muscle loss in older adults, but also helps restore and build muscle mass, keeping the body strong and flexible despite aging. Muscles operate on the principle of use it or lose it. This means if they are not regularly stimulated, they will weaken and deteriorate. However, not all types of exercise are equally effective. Walking, swimming, or repeating light weights weekly are not enough to stimulate real muscle growth after age 60. Instead, superagers, older adults with exceptional strength, choose to train with higher intensity, triggering stronger muscle development. Research from the American College of Sports Medicine, ACSM, shows that seniors who train at high intensity, reaching the point of temporary muscle exhaustion twice a week, build more muscle than those who train at medium intensity 5 times a week. This point of failure is where you simply cannot complete another repetition with proper form. Reaching this threshold activates powerful anabolic signals, stimulating muscle protein synthesis for up to 72 hours after training. Not only does this promote muscle growth, but high-intensity training also improves bone density, reduces the risk of osteoporosis, and maintains joint flexibility. One of the secrets of superagers is prioritizing compound movements. Instead of isolating muscles with exercises like bicep curls or leg extensions, they focus on movements like squats, deadlifts, rows, presses, and pulls. These exercises engage multiple muscle groups, simultaneously enhancing overall strength and optimizing workout efficiency. Compound movements also trigger more growth hormone production, improving balance and mobility, helping older adults avoid falls and injuries. The next secret lies in the principle of progressive overload, gradually increasing the weight or difficulty of exercises over time. Research from the National Institute on Aging (NIA) shows that muscles only grow when they are continuously challenged with greater pressure. If you keep the same weight or repetitions for months, your muscles will adapt and stop growing. Superagers are very meticulous in tracking their workout progress, always striving to lift heavier weights, add more repetitions, or increase difficulty with each training cycle. This method not only helps build muscle, but also improves endurance, allowing seniors to stay flexible and active in their daily lives. One unique focus of progressive resistance training is the eccentric phase, the lowering of the weight. This is the moment when muscles experience the most tension, stimulating more growth. Research from the American Journal of Physiology shows that lowering weights slowly creates significant strain on muscle fibers while reducing pressure on joints, allowing older adults to train effectively without injury. This phase not only promotes muscle growth, but also enhances recovery, boosts blood circulation, and reduces the risk of soreness. This training method not only strengthens muscles, but also improves overall health. Research from Harvard School of Public Health found that people who start strength training in their 70s can gain an average of 1.5 kilos of muscle and improve strength by up to 35% in just 12 weeks. It's not just about muscles. This training also increases bone density, preventing osteoporosis, one of the main causes of fractures in seniors. Blood sugar control also improves, reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes. While this method delivers outstanding benefits, older adults need to be mindful of important safety considerations. Begin with light weights to allow your body to adjust and avoid injury. If you have a history of heart disease, high blood pressure, or joint issues, consult your doctor before starting. Training under the supervision of a coach or specialist ensures proper technique and safety. Progressive resistance training is a proven method that delivers exceptional benefits for older adults. Not only does it maintain muscle strength, but it also improves bone density, balance, and flexibility, allowing seniors to live healthier, more confident, and independent lives. With the right approach and perseverance, anyone can feel positive changes in just a few weeks of proper training. The most common mistake older adults make is believing that strength training is dangerous or unnecessary at their age. The truth is, not doing strength training is far more dangerous because when muscles are not regularly stimulated, degeneration happens uncontrollably, leading to weakness, easy falls, and loss of independence. According to research from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, muscle loss is one of the main reasons older adults are prone to serious injuries after falls, rapidly diminishing mobility and independence in daily life. If there is one habit you should choose from all the habits mentioned, it is progressive resistance training. This is not just an exercise to strengthen muscles, but also to improve bone density, enhance balance, and reduce the risk of injury. However, it's important to start with an intensity that matches your current condition, especially if you have a history of heart disease, high blood pressure, or joint issues. People with these conditions should consult their doctor before starting to determine a safe training level. And it's best to exercise under the supervision of a coach or an experienced individual to avoid injuries. According to the American Heart Association, AHA, older adults should start with light weights around 1 to 2 kg and perform about 8 to 10 repetitions for each exercise. Once your body gets used to it, you can gradually increase the weight or the number of repetitions to build strength. More importantly, focus on proper technique rather than trying to lift heavy weights, as poor technique not only reduces the effectiveness of the workout, but also increases the risk of injury. You don't need to spend hours at the gym. Just 2 30-minute sessions per week can completely change the trajectory of aging. Compound exercises like squats, deadlifts, and rows are ideal because they activate multiple muscle groups at once, optimizing strength and flexibility. For beginners or those with underlying health issues, lighter versions like standing up from a chair, resistance band exercises, or using assisted machines are safe and effective options. Research from Harvard School of Public Health has shown that older adults who start progressive resistance training can gain an average of 1.5 kilos of muscle and improve strength by up to 35% in just 12 weeks. Not only does this improve muscle mass, but it also boosts bone density, helps with blood sugar control, and enhances cognitive function. This means seniors are not only stronger, but also more confident when moving around, avoiding injuries from falls. Now you understand the 7 science-backed habits that explain why some 80-year-olds maintain muscle strength like someone decades younger. These habits not only protect health, but also bring independence and confidence to daily life. Start today with any habit that feels most accessible to you, then gradually incorporate the others. You don't need to change everything all at once. Even small steps can make a big difference. Most importantly, stay persistent and committed. Your future self will thank you for investing in strength and long-term independence. Now we want to hear from you. How many of these 7 habits have you implemented? Which one surprised you the most? Do you know anyone in their 70s or 80s with exceptional strength? Share your experiences and thoughts. Your stories can inspire thousands of others to change and live healthier lives. For those with underlying heart conditions, high blood pressure, or joint problems, make sure to consult your doctor before starting any exercise program. Training under the guidance of a coach or medical expert will ensure safety and optimize results. Begin slowly, focus on proper technique, and listen to your body. If you experience any unusual discomfort or pain, stop immediately and seek advice from a professional. Progressive resistance. Training is a proven method that delivers exceptional benefits for older adults. Not only does it maintain muscle strength, but it also improves bone density, balance, and flexibility, allowing seniors to live healthier, more confident, and independent lives. Start with small but steady steps to create a big change in your health and quality of life. If you were to choose only one habit from all the habits mentioned, it should be progressive resistance training. This is not just a workout to build muscle. It also improves bone density, enhances balance, and reduces injury risks. However, it's crucial to start with an intensity that matches your current health status, especially for those with a history of heart disease, high blood pressure, or joint problems. People with these conditions should consult their doctor before starting to determine a safe level of exercise and should train under the supervision of a coach or an experienced person. Experts at the American Heart Association, AHA, recommend that seniors start with light weights around 1 to 2 kilograms and perform about 8 to 10 repetitions for each exercise. Once your body becomes accustomed, you can gradually increase the weight or the number of repetitions to build strength. More importantly, focus on proper technique rather than trying to lift heavy weights, because poor technique not only reduces effectiveness but also carries a risk of injury. You don't have to spend hours working out. Just 2 30-minute sessions a week can completely change the course of aging. Focus on compound exercises like squats, deadlifts, and rows. These movements activate multiple muscle groups simultaneously, optimizing strength and flexibility. For beginners or those with health conditions, lighter variations like standing up from a chair, resistance band exercises, or using assisted machines are safe and effective options. Research from Harvard School of Public Health has shown that older adults who start progressive resistance training can gain an average of 1.5 kilos of muscle and improve strength by up to 35% in just 12 weeks. Not only does this improve muscle mass, but it also boosts bone density, helps with blood sugar control, and enhances cognitive function. This means seniors are not only stronger, but also more confident when moving around, avoiding injuries from falls. Now you understand the 7 science-backed habits that explain why some 80-year-olds maintain muscle strength like someone decades younger. These habits not only protect health, but also bring independence and confidence to daily life. Start today with any habit that feels most accessible to you, then gradually incorporate the others. You don't need to change everything in one day. Small steps can make a big difference. Most importantly, stay persistent and committed. Your future self will thank you for investing in strength and long-term independence. Now we want to hear from you. How many of these 7 habits have you implemented? Which one surprised you the most? Do you know anyone in their 70s or 80s with exceptional strength? Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Your stories can inspire thousands of others to change and live healthier lives.